Hi, my name is Matt from filmformat.com, and in this video we'll be comparing the Leica R Summicron 50mm f2 with the Minolta MD Rokkor-X 50mm f1.4. Some believe that Minolta legacy glass could be the ultimate Leica killer in terms of optical performance. Let's see how the two match up. It would be an incredible discovery if Minolta glass was in fact a much better optical performer than Leica lenses. A good MD Rokkor-X 50mm can be found for about $100, while the Summicron 50mm can be found for about $300 and above. That would be a great bargain in terms of price to performance. The Minolta MD Rokkor-X is much more compact in build and a little more lightweight. This is because it's partially built from plastic, while the Leica Summicron 50mm is built completely out of metal. Also, there is a little more play in both the focus and aperture rings on the Rokkor, while the Summicron is completely uniform in its resistance. For this test, I used Fotasy Minolta MD and Leica R adapters, attaching them to my GH4 camera. At first, I was really surprised by how well the images from the Minolta MD stacked up against the Leica R lens. It appeared incredibly sharp, especially around f2.8, but as we dive in a little bit deeper, there are a few flaws which need to be considered before you buy into the Minolta craze. For starters, Leica R lenses produce a sharper looking image across the entire frame, while the Minolta MD produces great results in the center of the frame, but the edges seem blurry and out of focus. This is especially apparent at lower apertures. Vignetting is a known issue with most Minolta lenses, and this doesn't correct itself until you shoot at about f4 and above. Another thing to consider is the bokeh produced by both lenses. The Rokkor has 6 aperture blades as opposed to the Summicron's 8 blades, and this sometimes produces less than pleasing results. Against the right background and under proper lighting conditions, you will not notice a difference, but sometimes the Rokkor can create hexagonal shapes within the bokeh of an image. On the flip side, it's noticeable, especially from my tests, that the Summicron produces images with less contrast than the Rokkor. This is not as much of an issue with its optical performance, as it is a personal preference in your image. If the Rokkor's optical flaws are not an issue for you and you prefer a more lightweight option, then it's a great lens to own. However, the best all-around lens in my opinion is the Summicron 50mm, which will produce very pleasing results in almost any condition. It's a bit of an investment up front, but will last you a lifetime. Click on the links provided to learn more about these lenses, and as always, feel free to subscribe for more filmmaking reviews and tutorials from yours truly. Thanks for watching.